Welcome to Emma's English.
Welcome back to Emma's English Talk, the perfect place for mastering real-world English. I'm Emma, and I am so glad you're here with me today. Now, let me ask you, how are your leafy roommates doing? I love the idea of having a lush indoor jungle, but honestly, plant parenting is a real struggle. Just this morning, I had a little heart-to-heart with my peace lily, which is currently looking very dramatic and droopy for no apparent reason. If you've ever accidentally killed a hard-to-kill succulent, you are definitely not alone. Today, we are exploring the highs and lows of keeping houseplants alive. As we get started, just relax and listen. Don't worry if you don't catch every single word, because we have our word tour coming up later to help you out. Ready? Let's dive into the dialogue. Today, we are talking about a very common hobby that many people around the world struggle with, which is keeping indoor plants alive.
This is a perfect topic for me because I definitely do not have a green thumb, and my plants usually do not last very long.
Really, Tom? I thought I saw some beautiful green plants in your living room the last time I visited.
I must confess, those are actually plastic plants because real ones do not survive very long in my home.
Do not worry, you are not alone, because many people find plant care quite difficult when they first start out.
Why do you think it is so hard for beginners to keep their indoor plants healthy and green?
I think the most common mistake is that people tend to overwater them because they want to be helpful and kind.
That is exactly what I did with my first fern, as I thought giving it water every single day would make it happy.
Ferns can be very sensitive, and too much water can actually rot their roots and make them suffer.
Yes, that is what happened, as the leaves of my ferns started to turn yellow and then they began to wither.
When leaves wither, it is usually a sign of too much water or sometimes not enough light.
I tried to save it by putting it directly in front of a sunny window, but that made things even worse.
Strong sunlight can burn the leaves, so we really have to keep an eye on where we place our plants in the house.
To keep an eye on them means to watch them closely and check on them regularly, right?
Yes, it means to check them every few days to see how they react to the light and the temperature in the room.
I guess I did not pay enough attention to the warning signs my poor fern was giving me.
It takes some time and practice, but once you learn their language, it gets much easier to understand them.
Is there any type of plant that is easy to care for if you are a beginner like me?
Absolutely. You should start with low-maintenance plants that do not need daily attention or perfect conditions.
What is a good example of a low-maintenance plant that I could try to grow?
A snake plant or a pothos are great options because they can survive with very little water and in dark corners.
That sounds much better for my busy lifestyle because I often forget about daily chores.
Many people prefer them because you only need to water them once every 2 weeks or even once a month.
That is amazing. So even I could probably keep a snake plant alive without any problems.
I am sure you could, and they actually help clean the air in your room, which is a wonderful benefit.
That sounds like a great deal, but what should I do if my new plant starts looking sad and dry?
First, you should check the soil with your finger to see if it is dry or wet deep down.
If the soil feels completely dry, then I should give it a lot of water right away, correct?
No, you should only give it a small amount of water because pouring too much at once can shock the roots.
I see. So patience is really important when we are dealing with living things like plants.
It really is, and if you are careful, you can sometimes bring a dying plant back to life.
How can you bring a plant back to life if it looks completely dead and brown?
You can cut off the dead leaves, change the old soil for fresh soil, and move it to a better spot.
I did not know you could save them after they started to look so bad and unhealthy.
Many plants are very strong and will grow new green leaves if you give them a second chance with better care.
That gives me some hope, and maybe I will buy a real plant this weekend to try again.
You should start small with just one easy plant and see how you do over the next few weeks.
I will look for a small snake plant at the local garden center this coming Saturday.
That is a perfect choice, and remember to place it in a room with gentle, indirect light.
I will also make sure to check the soil with my finger before I even think about watering it.
Excellent! You are already thinking like a real gardener and showing great care.
I just hope I don't make the same mistakes I made with my old fern.
Don't worry about making mistakes, because every gardener has killed a few plants along the way.
That makes me feel much better about my past failures with indoor gardening.
It is all part of the learning process, so just relax and enjoy watching your new plant grow.
Thank you, Emma. I will keep you updated on my little green friend.
You are very welcome, Tom, and happy gardening to you. Welcome to our word tour. Today, we learned 6 very useful words and phrases that you can use in your everyday English conversations. First is green thumb. Having a green thumb means you have a natural ability to grow plants and keep them healthy. For example, my grandmother has a green thumb because her garden is always full of beautiful flowers. Second is overwater. To overwater means to give a plant too much water, which can damage it. For example, if you overwater your cactus, it will start to rot and die. Third is wither. To wither means to dry up, lose freshness, and start dying. For example, the flowers in the vase began to wither after 3 days without fresh water. Fourth is keep an eye on. To keep an eye on something means to watch or look after it carefully. For example, please keep an eye on my dog while I go inside the shop. Fifth is low maintenance. Low maintenance describes something that is easy to care for and does not need a lot of work or attention. For example, this small apartment is very low maintenance because it is so easy to clean. Sixth is bring back to life. To bring something back to life means to make it healthy, active, or exciting again. For example, a bit of fresh paint and new cushions really brought our old sofa back to life. I hope these words help you talk about your hobbies and daily life. Keep practicing, and I will see you next time. Great job today! You did an amazing job listening to our conversation about the ups and downs of keeping indoor plants alive. I still have to smile when I think about Tom confessing that those beautiful green plants in his living room are actually made of plastic. It just goes to show that we all have to start somewhere. And even if you have struggled with plants in the past, there is always hope if you start small with something easy like a snake plant. To review the vocabulary and practice today's dialogue, please be sure to download the free PDF script in the description below. If you enjoyed learning with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. Keep up the great work. See you next time.